teens. Car's gone. Alright, so we're back at the Versus bench. Again, we're testing the tires out. These are glued tires. These were brand new and I glued them, cut them down and glued them. And this is according to a YouTube video that I watched. And one of the things that I did, I just kind of made it like almost like a watch belt design. And just wrapped it around the outside, glued it down to a bald tire. So right now this car actually runs pretty good. Pretty impressed with the glue. I thought it would come off. Oh, there's one spot that's coming off, just a little spot. And everything else seems pretty secure. So just the corners on that one and that one. But I would say after this run I can glue it down, no issues. So I did bring a hub, and I just put a WL, which is our low knuckle set, and I just put a nut down below. That way it keeps the smaller ball stud in place. It will not screw into the factory WL because the ball studs are a different size. It's a different size ball, and it's also a different size thread. So it's slightly bigger on this one. And again, another way to kind of remedy that in case you do break apart, easiest way to fix it would be to either put a nut down below. Other way would be to just use like some CA glue or something a little bit thicker to kind of fill the hole, or to screw it in while you're doing it. So that way it makes it happen a little bit faster and harder. So that way it's a little bit more permanent. This way actually can be used for either or, but once you have it on the car, there's no point of taking it off to put it on something else. So I think the glue would be the best way of doing it. I just haven't done it yet. Oh, that's nice. It's gross. Okay. You can tell I have this turned down. So let's turn you up, make it exciting. And we're gonna do a little comparison video. This is the WL 184016, and we're gonna do a comparison with Haiboxing, the 18895 Pro. Well, Pro is my version. Technically it's just 18895. Oh, too much. So right now, what I'm assuming is that this feels like a foam tire, with just a little bit more grip possibly. So the foams, I've never ran one, but I could tell by the way the car drives, there's no ballooning in the tire itself. So I think, let me put that back on, spider webs. Yeah, so I think this is going to be as close to foam tires on a track. These would be really good for speed runs too. This is essentially a belted tire. So it's belted on the outside with actual tread. And what's keeping it into place is the CA glue. When two tires or just two rubber parts of this type of rubber, I guess, gets glued together, it's almost permanent. But if you wear rubber gloves during this, nothing happens to rubber gloves when you get glue on it. It's almost kind of weird. Maybe because it's latex, I don't know. Now I do have another set of tires that I want to try. I'm not sure if I'm going to like those. They're the same size as this. Actually, very similar tread pattern. It's to me a tire. Only problem is I don't think it's going to be as good as this one. I think this is actually a really good combo setup for this car. Yeah, no brakes. Not the best looking because of the Frankenstein style hack that I did, but they work really well around the track. You can't even tell that they're like that on the car, so I'm okay with it. Oh man, that's nice. Car's gone. Game over. Alright, so I just ran the WL. We had an issue. The actual other screw came out on the other side. It was actually still in the hub, so that was completely fine. All I had to do was stick it back in and screw it in. So I think I'm going to run some CA glue on those pieces, since that is the second time it's happened to me. But this is my Haiboxing. This is the one that I always enjoy driving the most out of my 18s. This one's not overpowered, but it drives really well. And I'm running Haiboxing the 16889 shocks, but they're modified, so this one drifts a lot more, even though it does. Has tons of control. I could probably drive this one pretty close to how I drive an LC, just not as fast, so I can't get the same times. Just need to warm up. Switching cars again. So this one doesn't have droop screws. It is lowered, but it almost feels like it just drives so much better without the droop screws. So I know the drip screws, if I don't use them on the WL, it's going to make the car traction roll. So I'm trying to find the good in-between balance between the two. It needs to be low, but at the same time it needs to be able to jump like this one does. Oh shoot. It's funny, I actually want to make this one go faster. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I feel like this is lacking just a little bit more. I tried running the steel, an 18 steel pinion instead of the 19 aluminum that I'm running now. I definitely like the 19 a lot better. So that's the advantage of the Haiboxing. You can literally try to do a quadruple backflip if you wanted to. You could throw some big motor in there and it will take it. It just goes. I don't know if I can do a backflip on this one. Let me try it. I don't like doing backflips, but I just changed the gears out, so. Yeah, it just goes. WL can definitely do a backflip, no question about it. It can probably do a double. But again, that suspension is not going to allow you to actually land it correctly. So I do have a couple cars set up with the stock shocks for the 18, and it sits a little bit lower, doesn't have the same compression like this one. When you drop it, it stays. The other ones kind of bounce up a little bit more. Nice. This one feels really light though. This actually probably feels very similar to like a Mini B, Mini T weight. The WL literally feels like a LC weight. Let's go. Oh, that was in a jam right now. There's something going on with that spot on the wall over there. I need to check the carpets, make sure there's nothing sticking out. Oh man, that was a bad one. Oh, I should have pinned it more. If I would have pinned it more, it would have gave my nose enough to clear the tabletop and then land into the jump. You gotta see what the car's doing most of the time when it's starting the jump, mid-jump, and then obviously at the end of the jump. So there's like stages that you have to kind of pay attention to car movement.